Hello and welcome to the Watering Hole. Thanks for checking out this clip. Don't forget to like and subscribe because that'll make the baby Jesus cry, and I know how much you guys love making the baby Jesus cry. Let's get on to the tweets. So we're starting with Rob, who says, atheists say there is no God. Also atheists, the God of the Bible, especially the Old Testament, is immoral. Ladies and gentlemen, I give you double talk. You know, it's possible for us to think that fictional characters are immoral, right? Like, do you think Voldemort is immoral?
Yes.
But he's fictional.
Yeah, I know. I don't understand what this person is like.
They're trying to say that...
I know they're trying to say, I don't know how they got there.
Oh, well, yeah, no, they're welcome to apologetics.
Like...
Yeah, Jazzcat says, there is no Darth Vader, and Darth Vader is immoral. Yep.
Okay.
Ramdaput says, internal critique. Yep.
I had that moment of, I hear a child, but I'm like, wait, no, my children aren't here.
Yeah, so if you hear a child, it's one that's old enough to take care of themselves.
I'm hearing things.
Candace Owens says, can we abnormalize taking a healthy baby to the doctor every 2 months, injecting poison into his/her arm, returning home with a sick baby, and then referring to it as a wellness visit? Utter madness. So my kids will never get the measles. Mm-hmm. They will never get chickenpox. Mm-hmm. They will never get polio. And I consider that to be a good thing. Mumps, rubella, tetanus.
I'm with you.
Rory just got a tetanus shot today.
I'm with you.
There was something else in it too, I think.
Yeah, right.
And she's old enough that they like. I didn't know she had vaccines today, and they didn't send home a permission form because she's old enough now that she doesn't need parental permission. Mm-hmm. So she like called me at one point and was like, "Do I have any medical history?" It's like, no, not really. So we had to.
I could actually see them in the like future. They're with somebody and then them call you and be like, can I have sex with this person? Is it okay? I could see that.
Yeah, well, like I've said before, the only thing I want to know about their sex life is that they're happy and safe. That's it. No further details required.
They won't give them to you, but they will tell me everything.
I know.
And that's not by request.
No, my kids just have no filter.
And they want to tell me everything.
Mm-hmm. Oh, yeah. So this is Pater Rex, who is a Nazi, from what I gather from this image.
Okay, we don't like him.
Yeah, this was in response to my commenting on the flamethrower person burning educational materials for kids. And so he says, some books deserve to be burnt for the good of society. And then with the goose meme saying, what kind of books did the Nazis burn? What kind of books? They burned all sorts of books, like educational books, books with Jewish authors. They burned down a sexual research institute that they destroyed enough research there that it put transgender healthcare back about 50 years.
I feel like this is why I don't understand Twitter and why I'm never really on. Because I'm like, I don't understand how people get from one place to the other place.
Yeah. And it's like,
I know what they're saying, but I don't know how you get there.
But I'm like, there are books that I would rather not exist. I'm not saying we should burn them.
Yeah.
People should have access to them.
I don't understand people.
Mein Kampf is an important historical book. I don't think it has any like moral value or whatever. And it certainly has the ability to radicalize people, but like, that doesn't mean I want it burned. Mm-hmm, mm-hmm. And then, so this is one of the people that I kind of played with a little bit, but then he thinks about, this is something that happens with a lot of these people that are supposedly trying to protect children.
Hold on, time out. Did you read the tweet yet?
Yeah, no, not on the stream. But
okay, because I'm like, no. Did I miss it?
No. You didn't miss it. But people like this, they spend so much time thinking about children having sex. Mm-hmm. That's not normal. Mm-mm. And he's so this was in response to, I think it was a Name Dragon posted something about like, I will support my children in being safe and healthy or whatever.
Yep.
Like normal,
Like parents should.
sex positive parenting stuff. And he says, do you realize how completely disgusting and disgraceful it is to support your own children having sex with whomever and however they want? What if they want to have sex with 10,000 people? You'd support that? I, for one, do not, and will never support that with any of with my kids. So first off, logistically speaking, that just sounds impressive to me.
So you did the math.
No, I didn't do the math, but like, if you have sex with one person a day, that's at least like 365, at least like 4 years, 3 years of a new person every day. Like, it's possible. But
I don't fucking care. They're like you said, so long as they're safe and healthy, like
yeah, like again, like I don't want to know the details as long as you're safe, happy, and healthy.
you're like, do not tell me the details.
Yeah, like I don't know. I can't even picture myself meeting 10,000 people, much less convincing them to sleep with me. And I feel like my kids would share that. So like, yeah, no.
Sorry. Go on.
No, this is just one, and this is another thing that they do is they purposely use inflammatory and exaggerated language to try and make things seem like it get more of a yuck reaction.
Mm-hmm.
Because like when people are thinking about their kids' sex lives, most people are like me, whereas like I don't really want to know about that. So then to go straight from like your kids are going to have sex at some point in their life to what if they have sex with 10,000 people? That just adds an extra layer. Like for most people, that will give a visceral disgust reaction because I don't want to think about my kids having sex, and that's a lot of sex. So, so they purposely exaggerate stuff like that to try and like they're just trying to evoke that disgust response.
I just don't care.
So they can latch on to something. It's like, no, I just want them to be safe, happy, and healthy, and having access to sex ed materials is not going to lead them to having sex with 10,000 people.
Yeah, it actually, I would.
Oh, I'm getting my orders of magnitude wrong now. It's nearly 30 years for 10,000 people.
Yeah.
I think I might.
God damn it! You interrupted me again.
Sorry.
What was I saying? What did you say?
That they're using exaggerated language.
God damn it.
To evoke a disgust response.
Yeah, I just don't care.
When like having access to sex ed material does not actually lead to people having sex with 10,000 people.
Right. And then I was going to say, chances are having proper sex ed would have people sleeping with potentially less people.
Yes. Because that was something, I don't know if we were on stream or off stream when we were talking about it, but you said you looked into it, and apparently having better sex ed leads to people having sex later.
Yeah.
Like they delay their first sexual experience when they have comprehensive sex ed, which these people supposedly want you to do. They supposedly want you to wait until marriage. That's a delay.
Yeah.
So like, if you don't give them the education, they have lots of sex too early. And if you do give them the education, they're probably not going to wait till marriage, but they'll wait longer. So you'll get closer to them waiting until marriage if you actually support sex education. Mm-hmm. You'll keep them safer from predators. You'll keep them safer from STIs and pregnancy.
And the AIDS.
And the AIDS.
The AIDS.
Yeah. So yeah, sex ed is good. Education's a good thing, y'all.
I'm pro sex ed.
Yeah, I got people saying also less vulnerable to abuse. Yeah, for sure. Less than lucid still has decent sex ed, still no partners. And I believe that's the ace flag in their profile picture, so I'm going to say that that's on purpose. Because my gut reaction to that was like, oh, I'm sorry. But then I'm like, no, not everybody actually wants to have sex.
Mm-hmm, mm-hmm, mm-hmm. My brain went the same direction.
Yeah.
Like the whole way though. Like
this is fun. DC Drano posted this meme before the Super Bowl was over, saying Team Jesus which I guess was San Francisco versus Team Soros. So what I get from this meme is that George Soros is more powerful than Jesus, because the Kansas City team won, the San Francisco team lost.
But who's on the right of the guy?
Is that not Taylor Swift?
Yeah.
Yeah. It says Taylor Swift and her boyfriend.
Yeah.
Travis, whatever.
What did you say it meant? Like,
was Team Soros, George Soros.
Yeah.
He's the billionaire that funds all the left-wing protests and pays everybody millions of dollars.
This is why you gotta give me context with the tweets. I have no fucking clue what was going on.
It's one of those conspiracy theories where, like, everybody who disagrees with the right-wing nut job is being paid by George Soros to disagree with them, because there's no way anybody would actually disagree with them.
Okay.
But yeah, so not only does this mean that George Soros is more powerful than Jesus, but I also find it interesting that San Francisco is one of those cities that right-leaning people are constantly demonizing. I mean, like, oh, there's homeless people everywhere because it's a Democrat city. They got high crime because it's a Democrat city. It's a Democrat city is so bad. Democrat cities are bad. We hate Democrat cities. They're the worst. And now they're cheering for them and saying they're Team Jesus because they're against the Taylor Swift team. Rosina Keller.
Yeah, so what I got from that was, this is how my brain interpreted it. This top guy, you can't see what I'm doing, but the top guy on the left,
yeah,
is a Christian. Like, he's one of, sometimes, I don't know if you know, but like sometimes like athletes are like, every time they get on camera, they talk about God.
Yeah, I know. There's an interview with one of the guys on the Kansas City Chiefs that, like, after the Super Bowl, he's like, "Oh, I thank God let us do this." Blah, blah, blah.
Yeah.
Like, yeah.
So that's who that is. It's like God supporting this team because this one believes in Jesus, and then this one down here, they believe in Taylor. Therefore, Taylor trumps Jesus, and you should not believe in Jesus anymore and believe in Taylor.
Believe in Tay-Tay.
Mm-hmm.
Swift it up. Rosina Keller sent a super chat, says, I had a friend in high school that was denied sex ed by her parents. She started having unprotected sex because only unhealthy girls got pregnant, and she was pregnant within a month.
Ugh.
Yeah, that's what a lack of sex education does. Ugh. The Transformed Wife says, nudity is not empowerment. It's the opposite. It only results in the objectification and sexualization of women, nothing more. The result? More HIV/AIDS, more STDs, more teenage pregnancies, more single mothers, more broken kids. It's a vicious cycle. Thoughts?
So, nudity, depending on the context, is empowering, and sometimes it is disempowering. It really depends. If someone's making the choice to be nude or less clothes, and they want, like, because some people like the attention.
Yeah.
So it's like, it's empowering if they want that attention and they choose to dress this way. Because it also, when you choose to dress a way that you feel comfortable in as well, you're more attractive. So it's like, it can be empowering for women. Or also because, like, body shaming, like, it opens up that space where everybody's body is different, love your body type of thing. So it can be empowering, but yes, it can be very disempowering for women when they're forced to dress in a certain way, whether it's like at a restaurant where you have to have like an itty bitty skirt and a tiny top and stuff. That's disempowering. They don't have a choice. They have to wear, I mean, they have a choice not to work there, but let's put in the play of like outside circumstances, like finances and not be able to find a job. And sometimes people just have to take a job because they have bills to pay. Anyways, that was another tangent. Damn it, I forgot where I was going with this.
Okay, well, do you want to know what I got out of this tweet when I first read it?
Hold on. Okay. Then it's disempowering in that instance.
Okay.
Continue.
So what I got out of this tweet when I read it is that HIV transmits through seeing people naked. So if you see someone naked, you'll get the AIDS.
The AIDS.
So we're not being dismissive of HIV and AIDS when we're referring to it as the AIDS. We watched a Donald James Parker movie the other day, as a terrible movie.
Absolutely.
And it's the one where he has an AIDS scare, and that was kind of how we were making fun of them for it. And also, like, the AIDS scare wasn't even really a scare. It was just he had sex one time, and the person he was trying to, not really proposing to, but wanting to get married to, they were having a conversation. It was like, oh, I forgot to tell you, in the year-long relationship we've been in, I had sex once. And, she was devastated. She was devastated. And, like, that was the first thing that came up, is like, have you been tested for AIDS?
No, the AIDS.
Yeah. So that's what we were.
Yeah.
That's what we were kind of going with there. So, like, yeah, no, if seeing naked people gives you AIDS, other STDs, and will get people pregnant. This is why you need sex ed, so that people like her don't grow up and post things like this publicly.
Yeah, that's not what I got. I think she's
if we
like
hold
trying
hands,
to
will you get
equate
pregnant?
like nudity to low self-esteem. So you have to.
Oh, I thought no, you don't know the transformed wife well enough.
Oh.
What she's saying is that when men see a woman naked, they won't be able to resist. And of course, because women don't have agency and men are just sex machines, seeing a naked woman means that you will do what you can to get her pregnant, which also includes transmitting disease or whatever.
Yeah, see, this is why I'm not on Twitter, because I didn't know how they got from there to there, because my story makes a little bit of sense.
Yeah, no, you're trying to impart too much reason onto the transformed wife. Oh, this was fun. So Isaac's army flipped a Heineken bottle upside down, said coincidence, because a lowercase e upside down looks kind of like a 6. And when you flip the star upside down, it's shaped like the pentagram style star instead of a star.
Send that to me so I can send it to my friend, because
yeah. So
they're like a Heineken lover.
Yeah. Now, my favorite part of this, though, is that someone pointed out in the comments that United States of America has 3 E's. If you flip that upside down,
no,
the United States is the beast. It's the great nation that...
It's got the pyramid with the eye and the... Oh my gosh, what are we going to do?
Fennec wants to show this to Cersei's bar friend. I agree, we should show that to Cersei's bar friend. That would be amazing. But yeah, I just thought that was funny. It's always funny when they try and find these end times. It's like the 666. Okay, first off, it's either 666 or 616. The oldest manuscripts is 616. It's Hebrew numerology referring to Emperor Nero. That's pretty much settled at this point. That's who the guy was writing about. Emperor Nero is the beast. But the 666 is a mark that goes on either your hand or your forehead. Why would it be on a beer bottle? And, like, if they're trying to sneakily get evil stuff in, like...
Sick of it.
Okay, what?
So remember how I said you need to send this to me so I can send it to my friend?
Yeah.
And then you're like, it needs to be either on a hand or a forehead?
Yeah.
She has the Heineken logo tattooed
on her wrist. Nice. Okay, now you definitely need to do that then. Yeah, but it's like, if they're secretly trying to do evil things, do you really think they'd be like hiding hints that they're really doing evil things in plain sight? Like the Illuminati with their pyramid on the $1 bill sort of thing.
Recruiting drunk people. That is your best resource. I don't know. Like,
yeah, Otaku Senpai says, and if you turn the American flag upside down, the stars become satanic. Yeah, it's the same star. It's a 5-pointed star. That's all it is. Christians are so easy to scare.
Someone needs to do some sort of math now. So the number of stars.
It's 50.
No, I know, but like, actually, if you do this to it, it turns into 6.
Numerology, yeah.
Like, not numerology. It's like...
No, that's what numerology is.
What?
Fiddling with the numbers until it says something that looks significant.
No, these are already preset numbers. You and I don't speak the same language sometimes.
Mm-hmm. Kevin Sorbo,
K-Sorbs,
talking about Trump, says 77 years with a clean record. That's debatable. Now 91 indictments? There's no way people actually believe this is real, do they? Because, like...
just because you weren't caught in the 77 years prior doesn't mean you didn't do bad things.
Also, like, clean record. The first time Trump was ever in the press was for when the company that he, like, his dad was running, that he was a higher up in at the time, was being charged with not renting to black people.
Yeah.
That was his first ever time in the limelight.
Mm-hmm. But that's what I mean.
That's not a clean record.
Just because your record is clean, all it means is also, you might not have been caught yet.
Well, not even that, but like, the assumption here is that if you have a clean record, you will always have a clean record. You will never commit a crime if your record is clean, which means that criminals don't exist because everybody's born with a clean record. It's like, what, you're telling me after 20 years of a clean record, this guy just decided to steal a car? Like, yeah, that happens sometimes.
You and I take things so differently.
I know, it's great.
I'm like...
different perspectives.
I mean, mine's usually right, but continue.
Yeah. That's like saying the Zodiac Killer is innocent because he hasn't been caught.
Right? Thank you for making my point.
That was last week.
What? That was it?
That was it.
Oh. That's it.
I'm sorry that our special Valentine's Day, where we analyze the polyamory and Bluey, is coming to an end.
Like, I see how you could get there, but it was a stretch.
Like I said, it's a kid's show. They can't make it too obvious.
And I get that. Disney does the not too obvious thing all the time. That one was just a bit of a stretch.
The number of stars times the number of stripes plus 16 equals 666.
There you go.
So now you just need to figure out something significant with 16.
Why 16?
How many letters are in the name Donald Trump?
Oh.
Donaldtrum. No, that's 11. John? John. So we're up to 15.
Oh.
The Trump surname originally was Drumpf. Drumpf. That's one letter longer. So if you go with Donald Trump's original surname, Donald John Drumpf, is 16. So 16 letters in there plus number of stars times number of stripes equals 666. You vote for Donald Trump, you're voting for the beast.
We've solved it. It was right there in plain sight this whole time.
Yeah, we got there. Oh, okay. Yeah. God help you, because I sure can't.